The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And hello there, everybody. My name is Ron Chuckett. Welcome to the program for this 18th day of October 2023. We hope that in the next 48 hours or so that we actually know who will be in our 2001 World Series. First chance here for the Oakland A's, who lead their series 3-2 as we head back to Seattle for the end of this American League Championship Series. Paul Abbott gets the call for the Mariners here in this Game 6. Abbott has not pitched well in the playoffs. He's 0-2 with an earned run average of 12.38. It's a 17-game winner in real life, and so the Mariners really need to get it together if they're going to force a decisive Game 7. Mark Mulder gets the call for Oakland in Game 6. The A's are 27 outs away in a run or two from going to the World Series. We might know tomorrow who they're going to play, as the Houston Astros have a 3-2 lead over the Chicago Cubs with their Game 6 at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific tomorrow. If there is any Game 7, it'll be Friday at noon Eastern. And if not, we might sneak in a football stream. But right now, we're just trying to get to the World Series in this never-ending replay. But for the Mariners, they don't want this to end. They want a Game 7. It's Paul Abbott and Mark Mulder next, as Retro Sports Network presents the 2001 American League Championship Series. Today, from Safeco Field in Seattle, Washington, it is the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland Athletics. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And it will be Paul Abbott on the hill. Good morning, Bernie. Abbott making his third appearance of the postseason, and none of them have been good. In this series, he pitched in Game 2, a 7-1 loss, 5 1/3, 104 pitches, 7 hits, 7 runs, only 4 earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 2. So 8 innings overall in those 2 starts, 11 hits, 14 runs, 11 earned, a home run, which came against the Yankees. He walked 8 and struck out 3. Paul, a righty, 33 years old, fastball at 92, and a fly ball plus pitcher. In the lineup that Oakland will set out there to clinch the pennant, Johnny Damon will lead off in center field. Ramon Hernandez gets bumped up to the 2 spot behind the plate. It'll be Jason Giambi at first, hitting third. Eric Chavez cleans up at third. Miguel Tejada at short, batting 5th. Jeremy Giambi, playoff action today and tomorrow. Behind will be the DH batting 6th. Jermaine Dye slumps down to 7th in right field. Frank Menachino and his Dancing Cherries at second, batting 8th, and Terrence Long in left will bat 9th. Defensively for Seattle as they try to save their season, Mark McLemore is 6-3 in left. Mike Cameron at 10-5 in center, and Ichiro is at 10-8 in right. David Bell is 6 at third. Carlos Guillen at 3 at short. Brett Booth is 6 at second. John Olerud is 6 at first. Dan Wilson is 7-2 behind the plate. Just like we did for the last series, we'll tell you how they're doing against in their respective rounds. Johnny Damon's 4 for 16 in this ALCS with 2 RBI and 5 runs scored. Abbott is ready. It is a beautiful day here in Seattle, 62 degrees, not a breath of wind. And Damon starts with a walk. That's not what Seattle needs. It's going to be a quick hook. Here's Ramon Hernandez, 10 for 31 in the playoffs, but just 3 for 12 against Seattle with 2 runs scored. Throw to first, and Damon is back. Hernandez, the throw goes down to Boone, and Johnny is in there with the stolen base. So Damon's speed works to Oakland's benefit. Runner on second, and a 1-strike count to Ramon Hernandez. Abbott's pitch struck him out. He got him with an 0-2 fastball, swung on and missed. So 1 out for Jason Giambi, who was much better in the Chicago series, although 7 for 14 against Seattle with 4 RBI. Scouts from both the Cubs and the Astros are here in the ballpark. Pitch to Giambi. There's a base hit in the left field. McLemore will pick it up. Damon will round third and score, and Oakland leads game 6, 1-0. And that'll bring up Eric Chavez. Chavez in the ALCS 4 for 20 with 5 RBI. Although he's only hitting 200, he's been productive. Giambi on first, 1 out, and Abbott already behind the 8-ball. Pitch to Chavez. Line drive to Boone. Brett will get up the glove, and Giambi goes back to first. So here's Miguel Tejada. He was driven in 14 on the postseason. In this ALCS, 6 for 19, a home run, and 7 RBI. Not a good sign for the Mariners at all. Was it you, Bernie, that said that pitching was their weak spot? It really is. This is a Denver Nuggets, Dean Smith type baseball team. We're going to give you 6, but we can score 8. It is the late 70s Red Sox over and over again. 2 out, pitch to Tejada. Long gone down the line and left, and that was an instant shot. And if you thought the first run was a bad sign for Seattle, Johnny Holstaff warming in the pen. It's 3-0 Oakland before the faithful even have found their seats. Tejada just crushed that one. That's his second home run of the ALCS, and he's now driven in 9. Goodness gracious. So there's Jeremy Giambi. Jeremy, 8 for 15 in this ALCS. A double and 2 RBI. He's hitting .533. Abbott, nobody on. Ground ball, foul, first base side. And the count goes to 2-2. We are not going to let Abbott flounder much longer, but with the bases empty, it doesn't hurt. Now he has to settle in and hope his offense can pick it up. Pitch to Jeremy. There's a fly ball to right. Ichiro coming in a step or 3 and makes the catch, and that will retire the side. But that is absolutely huge for Oakland as they try to win the American League pennant. They get 3 on 2 hits. They don't leave anybody on. The 2-run homer from Tejada will loom large, potentially all winner for Seattle. It's 3-0 A's. So here is Mark Mulder. Remember in the beginning part of the series, he got hurt. He only went 2 1/3 in his start in game 1. 38 pitches, 3 hits. A run, it was earned a walk and a strikeout. The White Sox chased him after 5 in his ALDS start. 7 1/3 overall, 12 hits. 5 runs, all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 4. Mark is 23. Has a fastball at 88. And is a ground ball plus pitcher. He may not think much of Dana Scully. And of course, everybody loves Vinny Scully. But Jillian Anderson might be of interest to Mark. And here's a lineup he'll face. Ichiro and Wright will lead off for Seattle. The good news is you got 27 outs to get those runs. Mark McLemore in left will bat second. Edgar Martinez, the DH, hits third. John Olerud, who's had a monster playoff for Seattle, cleans up. Big Dave, how are you? At first base. Brett Boone at second will bat fifth. David Bell at third goes sixth. Mike Cameron in center will bat seventh. Dan Wilson behind the plate eighth. And Carlos Guillen at short batting ninth. Abbott, well, he won't get to 115 pitches if he has another inning like that. Defensively for Oakland, Terrence Long is a 3-3 in left. Johnny Damon, a 5-3 in center. Jermaine Dye, an 8-9 in right. Eric Chavez is a 10 at third. Tejada a 6 at short. He's looking for MVP honors in this series. Menachino a 7 at second. Jason Giambi a 5 at first. Ramon Hernandez a 6 and a 3. And Mulder, if he can just get 18 outs, should be in good shape. He's at 8 with a 963 fielding percentage. In this series, Ichiro is now nursing a 9-game hitting streak. He is 6 for 20. He has not stolen a base. Oh, he's stolen 1 base. He has walked twice. And in the postseason, he has scored 9 runs. Mulder starts his effort. A slow ground ball to Menachino, almost on the grass, throws to first, and Ichiro's retired 1 away. Here's Mark McLemore. For most of the series, hitting 9th. He's 7 for 13 against the A's. 2 doubles, 2 runs scored. Hitting .538 in this ALCS. But the thought was coming in that the Mariners needed runs, and Oakland has proven them right. They've already got a 3 spot on the board. Pitch to McLemore. Slow ground ball to Tejada. Miguel throws to first. McLemore running, and he is safe. He beat it out. Tejada had plenty on the throw, but McLemore had on the afterburners. And so there's a base hit for Seattle. Here's Edgar Martinez. Edgar has struggled here in the ALCS, 8 for 13 with 2 RBI. Throw to first. McLemore is back. Maybe. Yep. And now we're going to steal him. Hernandez throws down to Menachino, and McLemore has his 4th swipe of the playoffs. So a 1-ball count to Edgar. Seattle trying to get on the board here in the first. Pitch from Mulder. Base hit left field. Long will pick it up. McLemore has speed to burn. But he's going to be held. Although Long doesn't have a good arm, he was in a good position to make a play at the plate. So runners on the corners, 1 out for John Olerud. Against Oakland, he is 6 for 16 with 2 homers and 8 RBI, including a big one in their last win. He drove in 5, hit a grand slam. So he's in a position to drive home some runs. 1 out, 3-0 Oakland. Mulder to Olerud. Chopper up the middle, might be 2. McLemore will try and score. Menachino for 1, and Olerud's going to reach as the throw is late, and so it's 3-1. And now I'll bring up Brett Boone. Boone, 3 for 20 in the ALCS with a home run and 2 RBI. So Seattle has a run in, but Oakland still leads. Pitch to Boone. Ground ball to Jason Giambi. Takes it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Mariners get 1 on 2 hits. They leave a runner on. We've played 1 here in Game 6. It's Oakland 3, Seattle 1. So Dye, Menachino, and Long. And again, the leash on Abbott is extremely short. Dye in this series, 3 for 17, but with a solo home run. He's in no danger of losing his spot in the lineup, regardless of what happens. Base hit left field. McLemore will pick it up. Dye just hit a hard ground ball past Ian. There wasn't anything Carlos could do. And that brings up Menachino. Frank has not had a base hit. However, he has scored twice, despite reaching on 2 errors. Throw to first. And Dye is back. Pitch to Mendocino. Line drive to Olerud. Do they get Dye? Yes, they do. Oh, that is big. A hard liner right to Olerud, and he tagged Dye before Jermaine could get back. 2 out. Here's Long. Terrence 3 for 16 against Seattle. 2 strikeouts and an RBI. They call the double play, Bernie, the pitcher's best friend, and Paul Abbott. Yeah, it's only a matter of time. I agree. But what they can get out of Abbott now. How you doing, Mike from the truck? Saves him a bit later. Long draws the walk, and now I think you got to do it. 9 batters, 34 pitches, an inning and 2/3, and Abbott really hasn't retired much of anybody. He gave up 3 in the first and got lucky with that double play a moment ago. And so who we got? It's going to be, I guess you got to go with Pinero. And so Johnny Holstaff makes his appearance. Joel Pinero pitched in this series. He pitched 6 days ago in a 7-1 loss in Game 2. So it's right here. 63 pitches over 3 2/3, a hit, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He's just 22. Fastball at 90 and a ground ball pitcher. And could go as many as 6 innings. He can go 75 pitches. Johnny Damon walked and scored and stole a base his first time up. Pinero throws to first, and Long is back. There he goes, the throw down again, and Terrence has his first stolen base. So the Mariners just really need to stop this right now. It's still a 2-run game. And a 1-strike count to Johnny Damon. Chopper up the middle, over the mound. Boone on his horse, throws to first, and that will retire the side. But they have chased Paul Abbott, and you have seen the Achilles heel of the Seattle Mariners. This game isn't over yet, but if they're going to go to Game 7, they cannot pitch as bad as they have. Coming into this game, in the playoffs, their ERA was 5.28. That's not going to get it done. David Bell will lead off here in the second for Seattle. Just 1 for 19 against Oakland. Remember, he hit the walk-off homer in Game 5 to send the Mariners to the ALCS. Mulder starts the second. Fly ball left field. Long makes a long run. Makes the catch, one away from Mike Cameron. Cameron 1 for 16, but that one hit was a triple. Has scored 3 times and stolen a base. Pitch from Mulder. And that's a long shot to left, and that's gone. So it's now 3-2 as Mike Cameron with a clutch home run. Goodness gracious. Just he got so much of the plate with that one, and all Long could do with that line drive is turn and watch it go. Bryce Harper is taking notes. So 1 out for Dan Wilson is what is now a 1-run game. Wilson 3 for 13 against Oakland, but has struck out 5 times. Mulder, right back to Mark, over to first for the out. So the Mariners taking advantage of needing the 27 outs. Down 3 off the bat. It's now a 1-run game. Here's Carlos Guillen. 1 for 16 in this series. with a walk and 4 strikeouts. Mulder takes a deep breath. 2 outs. Fly ball, left field, long. Should get that. That's off the wall. And so Carlos Guillen with a base hit. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters who haven't been heard from the entire series have responded here in the second with a home run and a double. And that'll bring up Ichiro, who's 0 for 1. The tying run is in scoring position with 2 out here in the second. Mulder deals. Ichiro a slow ground ball to second. Menachino over to Giambi, and that will retire the side. But the Mariners get a run on 2 hits. They leave a runner on. We go to the third here in Game 6. It's Oakland 3, Seattle 2. So Ramon Hernandez struck out his first time up. Joel Pinheiro in relief of Paul Abbott. And if Pinheiro can give him 4 or 5, Seattle, this place went from despair to hope. Ground ball to third. Bell, long throw to first. 1 out. Jason Giambi with an RBI single his first time up. Pinheiro trying to keep the door closed. Into right center, Cameron. 2 out. For Eric Chavez, who's 0 for 1. Struck him out. How about that? Pinheiro gets the side in order. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the third here in Game 6. It's Oakland 3, Seattle 2. So pins and needles time here. McLemore singled, stole a base, and scored his first time up in the first. Mulder starts the third. Ground ball to third. Chavez is magnificent there. Throws to first. 1 out. For Edgar Martinez, who singled. Mulder from the wind. Hard ground ball to Hada, can't play it. And the tying run is on as the ball got under Tejada's glove. And so here is John Olerud. Reached on a fielder's choice and drove home his 19th run of the playoffs. Edgar the tying run on first. Olerud the go-ahead run at the plate. Mulder's pitch. Fly ball the opposite way, long in the corner. He's running and he makes the catch, and Martinez goes back to first. Brett Boone is 0 for 1. Look at that batting average. I wonder if something's wrong with Mulder. They're starting to hit him hard. 2 out here in the third. 3-2 Oakland. And that gets away from Hernandez, and Edgar moves on to second. A wild pitch. That curveball missed everything. It missed the glove, and it rolled all the way to the backstop. So a 1-2 count to Boone with the tying run on. Pitch to Brett. Line drive to Menachino, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, and the air does not hurt. The Mariners have left on 3. We've played 3 here in Game 6. It's Oakland 3, Seattle 2. So here's Miguel Tejada. He has driven in 16 in these playoffs, including his 2-run shot down the line and left in the first. Pinheiro deals. Struck him out. A 1-2 fastball got him swinging. For Jeremy Giambi, who's 0 for 1. So what Paul Abbott couldn't do, Joel Pinheiro is. Retiring A's. And Giambi draws the walk. Jermaine Dye has singled. He's 1 for 1. Jeremy, not a threat to steal. Dye swings a ground ball to third. Bell to Boone for 1. They cannot quite go around the horn. And that is a fielder's choice, 5-4. So 2 out for Menachino, who is 0 for 1. Throw to first. And Dye is back. They tell Pinero, just concentrate on the runner at the plate. Don't worry about Dye. Dye stays, a ground ball to first. Olerud takes it himself, and that will retire the side. After 3.5 here in Game 6, no runs, no hits, no errors. The A's have left on 2, but they still lead the series and the ball game 3-2. So here's how we got here. Seattle won Game 1, 3-2. Mark McLemore had 3 hits. Then in Game 2, Oakland beat Seattle 7-1. In Game 3, Oakland beat Seattle 7-5. Seattle won Game 4 on the grand slam by Olerud. And in Game number 5, Oakland bested Seattle 4-1. David Bell is 0 for 1. Mulder starts the bottom of the 4th with a ground ball to first. Giambi picks it up, takes it to the bag. 1 out. If there is any Game 7, Friday at noon, Mike Cameron, the number 7 hitter, homered in the 2nd to make it 3-2. Struck him out. Mulder got him on an 0-2 curve, swinging. So 2 out for Wilson, who's 0 for 1. And there's a chopper over the mound. Tejada has it, throws to Giambi, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mulder and the A's. After 4, it's Oakland 3, Seattle 2. So Long, Damon, and Hernandez to face Pinero, who has gone 2 1/3 innings. He's walked 1 and struck out 2. This time around, a ground ball to first. Olerud, 1 out. Here's Damon. Damon walked, stole a base, and scored in the 1st. Right back up the box. Pinero has it, throws to first, 2 out. So Pinero has given Seattle everything he possibly could so far. Ramon Hernandez is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Up the box again. This time it's Boone behind the bag. We go to first, and we go to the commercial. It's a gorgeous fall day here in Burlington. It's a nice day here in Seattle. It's not a great day for a white wedding, but after halfway home in Game 6, it's Oakland 3, Seattle 2. Well, if you joined us late, how you doing, Curtis? Curtis has got to be on cloud 9, being up 2-0 on the Astros. Here's how we got here. Oakland jumped on Paul Abbott early. Jason Giambi, an RBI single to score Johnny Damon to make it 1-0. Then Miguel Tejada, a line shot to left, 3-0. And then Seattle has chipped away at it. John Olerud, a fielder's choice in the 1st to make it 3-1. And then Mike Cameron, a solo homer in the 2nd to make it 3-2. Mark Mulder, 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, the home run, and just a strikeout. Paul Abbott, pitching like Abbott and Costello, an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, all 3 runs, that homer. And then Joel Pinero has come in, 3 1/3 innings. He's gotten 10 outs and a walk. He's only faced 11 batters, but Seattle has some work to do if they're going to force a decisive Game 7. Carlos Guillen single or doubled his first time up, and Mulder is at 58 pitches through 4. There's a ground ball. Tejada has it behind the bag. Over to Giambi, one away. So the opening 18 for Mulder. 61 pitches, 4 1/3, 4 hits. The home run from Cameron and a strikeout. Ichiro, looking to extend his hitting streak to 10, is 0 for 2. And there's a line drive to Menachino for the out. So 2 out for McLemore, who was 1 for 2. He has singled, stolen a base, and scored. Mulder deals, and there's a ground ball to second. Menachino by the bag over to first, and that will retire the side. After 5 here in Game 6, no runs, no hits, no errors. Oakland 3, Seattle 2. So Giambi, Chavez, and Tejada, as Joel Pinheiro is trying to keep the Mariners within a puncher's chance of forcing a Game 7. Giambi has a single, scored a run, and drove in his 7th of the playoffs. Line drive, foul, first base side. One of those Houston scouts made the catch. 2-2 the count. Struck him out. Pinheiro got him to chase a 2-2 fastball. So here's Chavez. Eric is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pinheiro winds and deals. That's into shallow left center. Cameron wides the Schwinn. Makes the catch 2 away. Miguel Tejada 1 for 2. It's his 2-run blast down the line and left. That is the difference in this 3-2 ballgame. Right back up the box, Pinheiro throws to first, and that will retire the side. You couldn't ask for Bernie a better performance than what Joel Pinheiro has given the Mariners. Now they need some offense. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Oakland. So Edgar Martinez, John Olerud, and Brett Boone to face Mulder here in the 6th. Edgar is 1 for 2 with a single. Mulder's pitch struck him out. Got him on an 0-2 curve at the knees. 1 away for Olerud, who is 0 for 2 with an RBI. Ground ball to third. Chavez across the way. 2 out for Brett Boone, who is 0 for 2. Mulder taking deep breaths. It's chilly. The roof is open. 53 degrees. Changing pitchers changed this game. It certainly did. I mean, Abbott was nothing, but the Mariners haven't taken advantage. Pitch to Boone. There's a fly ball, center field. Back goes Damon, but Johnny will not get that. He reached for the glove. It went over it. Boone is going to be in the second standing, and the tying run is on with 2 out. So here's David Bell. Remember, it was his home run in Game 5 of the Yankee series that walked it off. A base hit would tie it if he homers. They would go ahead. Pitch to Bell. Base hit left field. Long will pick it up. Boone will round third. And they're going to run on Long. Can they? The throw goes to the plate, and Boone is in there as it rolled past Hernandez a bit. So this game is tied. So here's Mike Cameron, who's 1 for 2. He homered in the first. The Mariners finally took advantage. In the right center, Damon coming in, makes the catch, but this one is 6-2 and even. They get a run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the 7th here in Game 6. It's the Mariners 3, the A's 3. And so Joel Pinheiro has retired 13 batters and only allowed a walk. Jeremy Giambi drew a walk and is 0 for 1. Ground ball to first. Olerud, 1 out. For Jermaine Dye, who has a single, he's 1 for 2. One of the 3 hits the A's have. Pinero's pitch. Line drive to Bell, 2 out. Here's Menachino. Frank is 0 for 2. Chopper to short. Guillen has to hurry. They got him. So Pinero pumps his fist. Stretch time, 3-3. So Mark Mulder's 3-run cushion is gone. The Mariners have chipped away, chipped away, chipped away. Dan Wilson is 0 for 2. Struck him out. That's 3 for Mulder. He got him to chase a 2-2 fastball. So here's Carlos Guillen. Carlos 1 for 2. That double came his first time up. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error, and they have left on 2. The Mariners, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and they have left on 4. Pitch to Guillen is a line drive to left, hooking foul, and somebody from Vancouver made that catch. 2-2 the count. Mulder, deep breath. Base hit right field. Dye throws it in. Menachino with a late jump. He should have had that. And now you got the go-ahead run on and 1 out for Ichiro, who is 0 for 3. They'll hold off on the hit and run for a sec. They want to see if Mulder throws to first. He does. And Guillen is back, and now they will not hit and run. So 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. And a 3-3 tie. Pitch to Ichiro. Liner to left. That's going to drop in front of Long. And the Mariners are cooking. First and second, 1 out for Mark McLemore, who has singled, stolen a base, and scored. So Guillen on second. Ichiro on first. That's the 8th hit for Seattle. And Ichiro now has a 10-game hitting streak in the playoffs. Hernandez and Mulder change the signs. Mark from the stretch. McLemore might be 2 if they hurry. Chavez will let it roll foul. And the count is 0-2. So Mulder, kind of disappointed with himself. They had the chance. Can they do it? There's a ground ball to Mulder. He goes to third to get Guillen, and Chavez will throw to first. Giambi. I think that's Blake. It is. So that'll do it for Mulder. Mike Magnanti's going to pitch. There's 2 out in a 3-3 tie. Magnanti has been the workhorse of these playoffs. Against the Mariners, this is his third appearance. No, it's his second appearance, excuse me. He hasn't pitched in a week. He last pitched in Game 1, a 3-2 loss. 1 inning, 17 pitches, a walk, and a strikeout. 7 1/3 in these playoffs. 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 3 solo homers. And 4 strikeouts. Here's Edgar. Martinez 1 for 3 with a strikeout. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th in a 3-3 tie. Magnanti deals. Fly ball left field. The crowd owes. Long is there, and that will retire the side. Joel Pinheiro has given it everything he possibly can. He's going to face Long. He's 0 for 1. But on a game where they needed him to go as long as possible, 5 1/3 is just what the doctor ordered. Pitch to Long, who's 0 for 1. Struck him out. You're not going to use him tomorrow. You might as well use him right now. A 1-2 fastball swung on and missed. Johnny Damon is 0 for 2. He has walked, stolen a base, and scored. Pinheiro gritting his teeth. Ground ball to Olerud. John takes it to the bag. 2 out. Pinheiro says, I want Hernandez, and they'll give him to him. Ramon is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Regardless of how the series turns out now, what Joel Pinheiro has done is reminiscent of what Pedro Martinez did in the ALDS in '99. Pinheiro has thrown 6 no-hit innings in this ballgame. Pitch to Hernandez. Fly ball to right. Ichiro in the corner, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. This whole complexion of this game has changed. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 3-3. I didn't tell you that Magnanti was 36. He throws a Bugs Bunny fastball at 81. And is a ground ball plus pitcher. Olerud. Yeah, I was talking with Dave the other day. We've not had a great game except for that Game 5 between the Yankees and the Mariners. That's all changed now. This one has been all that and a bag of chips. Olerud is 0 for 3 with an RBI. Sasaki is starting to loosen for Seattle. Joel Pinheiro. For all you do, this bud's for you. My goodness. Pitch to Olerud is right back up the box. Magnanti throws to first for the out. So here's Brett Boone. Brett 1 for 3. Has a double and a run scored. Fly ball left field and gone! Has Brett Boone just forced a 7th game? That is in the bullpens. And the first one out of the dugout to greet Brett Boone was Joel Pinheiro. Talk about one for the ages there. My goodness. Brett Boone has given Seattle a 4-3 lead here in the 8th. So here is David Bell. He is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Magnanti has given up 4 home runs in this series, all of them solo shots. Right back up the box. Magnanti, first base side, throws a Giambi. 2 out for Mike Cameron, who homered. Yes, Bernie with the understatement of the stream. As a Red Sox fan, I can't do a Bernie impression. I've noticed the Boone brothers have a tendency towards dramatic home runs. Yes, that's absolutely true. Cameron, unbelievable. What a ball game this has been. Center field, Damon coming in, rides the Schwinn, and Seattle is 3 outs from a Game 7. Joel Pinheiro has pitched the game of his life. And now it's up to Kazuhiro Sasaki to finish it. Sasaki has saved all 3 of his postseason chances. He's 33. He is an extreme fly ball pitcher. And the splitter tops out at 89. He has thrown 2 innings in this series. In fact, both of the games he's pitched have been both of Seattle's wins in this series. 9 pitches on the 21st, game 4 in Oakland, with a strikeout. So in 3 innings, he's allowed 2 hits. That home run came against the Yankees. He has not walked anybody. And struck out 3. It's Jason Giambi, Eric Chavez, and Miguel Tejada. The A's need 1 to tie and 2 to now have a crack to win the pennant. Giambi is 1 for 3. He has a single, a strikeout, a run scored, and an RBI. Suzuki's pitch, that's into left center. Cameron in the alley, 1 out. For Chavez, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So, if we get 2 more outs, noon Friday, Game 7 of this American League Championship Series. But Oakland still has 2 more cracks here. Pitch to Chavez. There's a fly ball to right. It's Ichiro, and we're now down to Last Chance Saloon. However, that last chance is Miguel Tejada, and he homered down the line and left in the first. And since then, Oakland's door has been glued shut. Suzuki has only thrown 4 pitches. He winds and deals, and we're having a Game 7. Tejada chased one out of the zone. Suzuki points towards the sky, and we'll see you Friday afternoon. In 2 hours and 50 minutes, yep, they now hate Boone in 2 cities. The Seattle Mariners have forced a 7th and deciding game of this American League Championship Series. You're welcome. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Seattle left on 6. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error for Oakland, and they just left on 2. And there is absolutely no question that the Digital Dice MVP of this game is Joel Pinheiro. The Mariners were down 3-1 after 1. Paul Abbott not pitching well at all. So Joel Pinheiro was only supposed to go 75 pitches. He threw 94. He faced 20 batters and retired 19. Goodness gracious. And Suzuki had a 9-pitch inning. And so the Mariners will need him in Game 7. So, yep, we got ourselves an absolute classic. The final score here, it's Seattle 4, Oakland 3. And so Game 7 Friday at noon. Join us tomorrow at noon Eastern for Game 7, or Game 6 rather, between Houston and Chicago. Yep, that's why I said it. Yep. And of course, when Joe Buck said it in 2011, that was a tribute to his father, Jack Buck, in Game 6 of the 91 series. We'll see you tomorrow night. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody.